Here.
Here?
Here.
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 That full house, I love it.
Nice.
All right, agenda additions. Anybody have anything they need to add to the agenda?
Well, not necessarily an agenda addition, but I wanted to bestow upon you this. I was in East Africa in January on a motorcycle trip in Uganda, and I went to a pygmy colony, and I wanted to buy something from them, and this is called a pointing stick, where the village elder, when they're at meetings like this, will point
Oh,
to
perfect.
individuals.
Who talks?
So this to you, oh, President.
Beautiful. Thank you very much.
Love that.
I went to North Carolina, but I didn't get you anyway.
Yeah. All right, so with that, we'll move on. Approval of the minutes. I just looked at them. I thought they captured last meeting just fine, so if you guys like that.
On page 2, Greenaway Drain has an A in the middle.
Oh, typo for
There,
Greenway.
it appears a number of times.
Greenway Drain, okay. Everybody knows Greenway Drain. We're talking about Greenaway Drain at the bottom of the lake.
And on the third page, harvester discussion released $3,600 rather than $3,000.
Where is that?
Continuing business, item D. Council was asked to release $3,000. They were asked to release $3,600.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep, which we might have misquoted that during the meeting, but it was
Yeah,
corrected
you
at
got
council
corrected.
meeting.
Yeah.
So, okay, so what do you have to say? Motion to
I'll make a
approve the
motion.
minutes as amended?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Support. Second? Yep. Me. Boom, okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Perfect. Call to the public.
That's the first time we ever had to do that.
Yep. Alrighty,
My hearing aids whistle too much for you, tell me.
I'll let you know. You'll be the first to know.
all right.
What?
I'll be like,
Got nothing listed on new business, so let's just get straight to the follow-ups. A lot of this stuff was really just for last meeting. We didn't have to really to hit on it. The first one is this flat bottom boat. We had that added to the budget. I didn't see if the budget was approved, do you know?
No, we have a work session next Wednesday
Okay.
to discuss it, and then we'll bring it to the meeting. So
Perfect, okay.
But didn't,
So he did,
Jerry, you have a boat that you'd be
I have one
willing to?
available.
yeah, so
Yeah.
we're not gonna need it this year because we missed the date, the second date.
That's why I saw all those ducks on my lawn.
Well, we don't do anything with ducks anyway, it's geese.
Geese.
So we won't need it, but we do have it in the budget. So I don't mind just keeping it in the budget. You want to take it out
yeah,
of the
we
budget?
don't have to spend it if we don't need
Yeah,
it.
we don't have to spend it.
Need a budget
Right.
to be able to do it.
So.
We'll buy.
But I would say, I think if yours is sufficient and it's operational and you're gonna be on the board, we could use
But-
It's
yours.
for your young guys to use because I can't even get in and out of it.
Is it aluminum boat?
Huh?
What is it, aluminum?
No, I don't know.
Is it metal?
But
Well, it's metal, it's
okay.
metal.
Is it seaworthy?
It is seaworthy. I know because I left the cock in it and it was tipped up and filled up with water and
All right,
wanted
So why
to.
don't we do
So
this? We
we'll-
could go look at it.
But we still need one of those trolling motors.
No,
Yeah, he has one.
Oh, you have it on
got a
there?
motor, got oars.
Oh.
Got an anchor.
I saw the oars on there. I didn't see a motor, but okay, good.
Oh, maybe it's gone.
Okay, we could go check it out, but I think we're good. We had money in that budget. Budget's not approved yet, but we'll keep it in there because we don't have a confirmed and known alternative, so I think we're good. Fish habitat, you had some information, so
I
let's talk
got
about it.
some, I was gonna print it. I don't have internet at my house. I apologize. So, I did make some notes here. Very interesting development. Continually trying to learn as much as I can. I've really gotten interested in this topic. So I got a hold of a Mr. John Buskowitz, who's a fisheries biologist for the Lake Erie Management Unit. He's located in Waterford, which is great. He sent me back some real interesting information. First of all, without telling us, they did a catch survey in our lake last year. And
Okay,
he sent me all of the findings from that. So he summarized the findings saying, based on what they had, there's no evidence that supports any of our species in our lake are actually struggling to reproduce. So that's a good thing. And then I sent him our plan with the PVC pipes and the beds and all that, and he kind of went through each of them in his email. He says, first of all, They have not had much luck at all with the gravel spawning beds. So he said, scratch that. He doesn't endorse the artificial habitats with the PVCs because he said those are meant more for anglers to put down and just get them to congregate, but not much for helping juvenile fish reach maturity.
Okay.
So what he did say he would endorse is hardwood fish stacks. So I got to learn more about what that is, but I'm assuming it's like what we talked about, just almost like pallets or such. He said our perch and our bluegill are small, just like the previous one said. And he said more than likely the biggest cause of that is because most of our shoreline is, he called it armored.
Yeah.
But he said like underdeveloped shorelines are real critical for your perch and your bluegill. So he said that's probably the biggest thing working against us. He wouldn't rule out the fish sticks that we talked about, like the trees, but that would result, we would have to get cooperation from people willing to do that. And he has made it an option that he'd be willing to do a video call, like to brainstorm, like after taking all the data and help us, you know, I mentioned we have a budget for it, and he says like, I could video call him or just call him on the phone, and he'd be glad to brainstorm how we could best spend the money to increase the habitat.
But was the fish sticks option his main one?
It seemed in the email, the one he proposed first was the log jam cribs, is what he called them. And then he said at the bottom, log jam cribs is, it's basically like what we talked about, the artificial, but I believe it's just made out of hardwood versus the PVC and the, what did he call it? He didn't call it, I think he called it unnatural habitat, like the PVC and the buckets. So he said he wouldn't rule out the fish sticks, but you would need cooperation to do that. These cribs would be placed in like 2 to 5 feet of water, you know, up near underdeveloped shoreline, or if anyone would be willing to let us put that on their property. But those are the things he suggested, and I'm looking forward to.
Could it be put towards Benstein
I
Road
believe
over
so,
there
yeah.
where it wouldn't interfere with anyone? Because it's fairly shallow there anyway.
I am going to definitely, just for my own personal interest, like I am going to follow up with this gentleman, you know, and have him. He lives in Waterford. I'm actually going to ask him if he'd be willing to come join us.
Yeah. Have
You
him
know,
come in next
and then
meeting.
we
if
could
you want.
have like just fire questions. But he seems very open, and I forwarded it to you. It was a very in-depth email. He even included in the fisheries handbook that's going out, they have the, for some reason I can't find it in the email, but the food warnings, like by species, like fish caught in our lake, like how many of them you can eat, because of some of the fish did have mercury in them, which I found kind of odd. But yeah, so that's in the 2026. It's the first time our lake's been included in that. So when the fishing handbook comes out, when you buy your license, it's going to have our lake in there with the recommendations on, you know, what you should be able to eat.
What was the impetus for him to do that?
I have no idea, because if you remember when I talked to them originally, we had a fish survey, and I had asked them, could you please come do another one? And they said that it's not something you schedule, it's just periodically different lakes come up on their schedule. And they didn't notify us or anything. But like, just to move things along, but like, if anyone's interested, the most popular species of fish in our lake by percentage of the weight that they caught, number 1 was northern pike. Number 2 was bluegill, 3 was carp, and 4 was walleye. So that's like if you take,
How are they catching them?
I believe they just use a net.
Oh, I was
But,
thinking, I catch bass.
because they caught, in this survey, they caught 1,494 fish.
What?
For a total of 343.9 pounds. They caught, by number, they caught 933 bluegill. They caught 37 sunfish hybrids, 43 largemouth bass, 18 pike, 256 pumpkin seed sunfish, 65 rock bass, 13 walleye.
Oh.
And some of the more rare ones that I've never caught out there, I've never caught a smallmouth, but they caught 3 of them. They caught 36 perch. The only perch I've ever caught here are ice fishing, and they're about that big.
Mm-hmm.
And they have they have average size,
Mm-hmm.
the percentage of them of legal limit. The average size perch is 3.5 inches.
Interesting. Were they,
Yep.
were they tagging these things?
No, they
Catch
just
them twice?
survey them, and I think they just put them back. Bluegill average size 4.5. The walleye are actually good size. Average walleye size was 21.8 inches. That's a pretty good size walleye. Pike was 23.7, so that's pretty good. So
Surprised they're not just catching.
I'm not excited about the carp though, because I see those, me living in a canal, when the bluegill do come in my canal and make nests, I can see the carp. And at night, they I swear they crawl up on my beach. I mean, 3/4 of that stupid fish is out of the water.
Really?
Yeah, and they're massive.
Yeah.
But they go in there and they eat all the eggs that the bluegill.
So what do you want to do from here? Let's see if he wants to come in next week. I'd love to get.
Next
we
week or
don't-
next
Next
month?
week.
not
next
next
month.
month. We don't have the barge anymore, right?
Okay.
That's not existent, but I'd love to get a plan where we actually go do this summer.
100%.
Right? It's May, we got June, couple months, but if next month we could decide what it is we want to do, we could maybe get.
I mean, I will fast
community
track.
involved in or something, right?
I will make this month to remain in contact, see
Yeah.
if I can get him to come. If not, I'll at least do a video call
Yeah,
and have him outline a plan.
yeah. And then I would say, let's say.
We'll present it and,
Come in and say, here's how we want to spend the money. We're gonna go buy a bunch of pallets or collect this kind of wood and build this thing and go do it.
yep,
And then we gotta go do the DNR permits and stuff.
sure, I'm sure he could help me, seeing that he works for the
He works
DNR.
for the DNR, yeah.
I'm just gonna throw a pallet under my boat right now, my little lift.
Yeah, I mean, if it's pallets, you can get pallets easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, pallets.
There's a 6-foot stack of 10-foot-long pallets on land right now.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I don't
Getting
wanna-
pallets is not difficult.
Yeah, I agree.
Is there an issue with getting the pallets and when they rot out and the nails or
That's-
anything like
I
that?
mean, pretty much, I'm assuming what happened with our last, they're all gonna rot.
That's why
No, I know that.
He's
I'm just saying
recommending hardwood log jams versus the pallets are usually pretty cheap pine.
Yeah, yeah.
So, it sounds like
Figure
you're,
out what the deal is. We got
100%.
money in the budget, so.
all right, but I was
Okay.
excited to present that.
Perfect.
It's awesome.
Great.
I will note, just if there is any
Can you
benefit
give me
to
that
it,
survey,
the
Can you send me that survey?
pallets that they put concrete on, like at Home Depot or something and stuff, they're actually made from oak, and so they last a lot longer in the water. If you're doing something like that and you want it to last significantly longer than the cheap pallets, it makes a big difference to buy something like that. Or pick up something like that, I won't say buy it. So,
Okay. Okay, so let's see, next meeting, if we can have him come in, or if we could have a plan to stop off and do something. All right, next topic was the SAD.
Yes.
So, where are you at with that? You had sent me something for like a write-up, but I didn't review it, I guess. What do we have to do?
See how you are. Well, I talked to,
You're all emailing me stuff all the time, I don't know.
well, Tabitha's so kind enough to send me in the event that we do something this Saturday. We're not doing a petition yet, but we can take names and addresses, phone numbers, and I got information on different costs of different things that she sent, which is great. I think there was a missed opportunity, and I'm not quite sure how. The thing that I wrote didn't go out yet.
In the newsletter, yeah, like the
And I
newsletter.
looked at the
had to be
newsletter,
done
and there
before.
wasn't a mention, there were two spots where it would have been appropriate. One is the environmental responsibility
Yeah, I saw
piece. Didn't mention anything about sewer SADs,
Yeah.
get your sewer sucked out every couple of years. And the other one was, when he talked about home improvements, they didn't mention any additions above
Yeah.
100 feet or more would require a
Yeah.
hookup to the sewer. But that notwithstanding, I'm just kind of waiting for a green light, we can launch it this weekend if we're gonna. do
Yeah, I
that
think we should, if we're gonna do the safety fair or the education, we should have it set up. If the
Yep.
people want information, you should be able to sit there, present it, tell them what the deal is,
Absolutely.
have them sign a piece of paper. That's not them signing up, but we could
Right.
send them the
Yes.
information
You
that
want
they
more
want.
information? There we go.
Name and email, and then they said they already have people on the list, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think we're close to halfway there. Like
Yeah.
15 people are on the list right now.
Yeah, so if we could, I guess, make an informational little booth thing.
Absolutely.
Talk about what areas are still available.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that'll move, I mean, hopefully, see what happens this weekend, and then we can try and figure out if it's like, if we get enough signatures already, if there's 15 and you get another 15, then fine.
Yeah.
If not, we just go last time we were putting papers in mailboxes
Right.
and stuff. We got money for publication, so we can go do
Right.
that too.
Well, when I talked to David, I talked to him after they did the touch-up on the piece that I wrote, and he talked about doing some targeted emails and
Yeah.
stuff, making
Yeah.
sure they hit the people who either have signed up for SAT and haven't hooked up yet, or people that are on the lake still using septic and haven't signed up for SAT, so.
Makes sense.
Okay, so let's see what happens this weekend. We
Yep.
get a couple more signatures, and then we could either email blast people or print. We got publication budget, we can print and stuff mailboxes. Okay, water quality testing plan for Greenaway Drain.
So, in short, looking for companies to do this is not the easiest thing, because either they want to test for your home water quality, not necessarily lake quality. There's not a ton of people out testing lake quality unless you're looking for some government entity, and timing on that's not real clear. So I think the best thing that we can do is actually just order a more advanced, testing kit. There's a lot of options out there. Looking over some options, they can range from like as cheap as like 50 to 80 bucks to like $400. I think kind of the sweet spot's actually in the middle. Aquatic Control makes a kit called their Advanced Water Quality Lab Kit. It's 185 bucks. Test for phosphorus, nitrogen, specifically for checking in watershed assessment and lake quality. Seems like we'll be able to use that ourselves, and then we can test at various points and kind of compare some data as it goes through the canal into the lake, and probably a lot of bang for our buck there. So
Okay.
I don't see why we couldn't do that and get benchmark testing, and like we even said, even test again. So, Jim.
You might want to reach out to the Clinton River. There's a Clinton River, because that's, I believe, Clawson was Clinton River. We're Huron River
We're the Huron
watershed,
River
I believe.
watershed.
I almost guarantee you they'll have a Huron River watershed educational department.
Mm.
Like, they might give you those same tests in exchange for you sharing that data.
Okay.
Because that's what we did with the Rouge.
All right.
Like, if you tell them, like, you're on the water board and you want to test the water,
Yeah.
they might send you those kits, and then all they ask is you just share the data
Share the
back.
data with
and
them so
then
they have it.
Yep, mhm,
All right. I'll look into that.
yeah.
Thanks.
Okay. Like I said, we put $1,000 in the budget for that type of testing. So
Seems
if
like we
end up
should be
doing
well
more, we do
covered to do
multiple.
it either way.
But I guess let's look at this, and then if we come back next budget and it gets approved, then we could just go purchase some of that stuff and get going.
Sure.
Okay, so you'll follow up with the Huron River watershed. The other piece of this was like some discussion on like Walled Lake and what are they doing for testing? Remember that
Yeah.
piece of this?
So I don't have any direction on that. I know Jerry's kind of been fronting a lot of the Greenaway stuff, so I guess if you have any piece to that. Okay.
I don't know that we even need wells like, we need to know what comes out of it, what comes out of it, not what goes into it.
Okay, all right, so I
I'll
guess,
keep checking.
yeah, next time.
What about that thing that you shared with those, looks like riprap that you put there to absorb all the chemicals from it? Did you?
Oh, let's see, phosphorus adsorption material. That's something we would do after we got the results of the test. And what it's designed for is you put it in the stream, and it's a material that adsorbs, not absorbs, phosphorus, dissolved phosphorus. And we could keep phosphorus out of the lake that way. I was looking at it, it'll be a chore getting it put in because you need some height drop to give it some head to flow through it, so.
I'm just, while you're talking, I just went on the Huron Valley Watershed Council website, and they have a program very similar to what you're talking about.
Yep.
You can be a chemistry and flow program data collector,
Yeah,
and volunteer for
they
that.
probably give you tests, they'll give you tests for fecal bacteria, dissolved oxygen, phosphorus, nitrates, turbidity, they'll give you all that stuff.
Yeah, they've got, and then they have access to all the chemistry data and flow data. And it's a volunteer program, so we could probably
Yep.
just literally.
I'll reach
volunteer on
out to
that.
them and, yeah.
Cool.
And then we could
Get it
do
done.
that, if it's just like literally we just volunteer to go take the sample and
I was gonna
everything and
say-
process it, we could do that.
It's easy,
If
like,
it's something
I
like
did
that,
it with
if
eighth
it really
graders.
costs something, I'll hopefully come back next meeting with results.
Yeah.
So.
Okay,
Yeah.
All right, Huron River Watershed Council. All right, cool, thanks. All right, next thing, boat cover recycling
Can
program.
you use the pointing stick? Yes, thank you. So we,
Rob feels good now.
Another successful year, it seems, on the
Another
boat cover
successful
recycling
year.
program.
Yeah,
Yes.
we ordered like 70 or 75 bags, and I think we only have about 10 left. And I posted on the website the other day, I went back there on Sunday night, the last drop-off day, and I counted at least 50 bags, but that was a pile, so I don't know what was
It
underneath,
huge.
so.
I took a picture of it myself, because like, there's a lot of bags.
Yeah, yeah.
And they were
so-
full.
So, yeah, they were full. So, no, it worked well this year, so I'd just like to thank everybody who participated again. But if you still have to recycle a bag to recycle, we do have bags here, you still can pick them up. And I looked at the closest place for drop-off is the West Bloomfield Township Building, which is at 4550 Walnut Lake Road in West Bloomfield. But if you do go there to drop it off, they recommend that you give them a call ahead of time at 248-451. Let's see, what's the rest of this number?
Now you gotta read your own handwriting.
4818, yeah. Yeah, so there's still time to drop them off, but just not here. But anyway, again, thanks to everybody who participated. It worked out well this year.
I was gonna ask your follow-up question, because I'm an offender who took a bag and has not actually unwrapped his pontoon yet, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can drop it up there. Last year, the Commerce Township building was available for drop-off, but I looked online and they're not this year, so
Okay.
West Bloomfield, you can drop it off.
Yeah, it was, the weather was so bad, nobody was rushing to take their covers off the boats.
I have maintenance to do on both my boats, neither one's in the water.
Yeah. But there are about 10 bags left here, so,
Yeah, but it was, like I said, there's a pile of stuff there when I returned mine, so.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of material. I'd love to get the, and we talked about this in the past, but like the company that does it, is there something where they could show the recycling process or show what it becomes or something? I wonder if they
I-
offer something like,
I can look. I mean, last year I did post what the benefit of all this,
Yeah.
environmentally is, but I can see if they have that.
I mean, it doesn't end up here is
Yeah.
great, but like, what does it become would be kind of interesting
Yeah.
to see, like, what do
Yeah.
they do with it, right? I wonder,
Pointing sticks.
yeah, they become pointing, this is actually plastic. Yeah, it could become more shrink wrap, which is completely reasonable,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But I would be curious to see, it's a specialized program for shrink wrap. They must have a customer for all of that.
Yeah, I'll follow up with them because I speak to the people there annually, so yeah.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see what it becomes. Okay, muck removal follow-up. I don't have anything specific. We talked about this last time. We did put in money for the budget if we want to go do testing. I do think we have that in there. Site assessment, $2,000. I don't know that there's anything to do right now. We don't have anybody particularly complaining. It was more investigation in case we want to go do something. I did go down, I drove down the canal all the way to the end and back last week. I mean, could use some love. I know that. I'm sure there would be, we'd have to go understand the site where we can maybe pump some of the muck too and stuff, but I think we'll wait to see if we get the budget approved. If we get the budget approved, maybe we just go try and get a site survey there. But I didn't follow up anything more than that.
And are we talking the entire canal?
So it depends. I think this is why we need to get a site survey. So like when I went and talked to the gentleman, we measured basically from the canal down where it connects to Penny Lake up to where kind of like the island starts there, that whole area, because they have to pump them up to a location and they could pump it like X thousand feet. It's like 2,000 feet they can do it.
Oh.
So it covers like that whole area, but not around. But the whole thing was he was just throwing darts, like, here's maybe what we can do. And I was like, okay, maybe we could put it in here because it's a location that's owned by the village. And so it was more just like spitballing to get general ideas of what could happen. But to actually get information, we'd have to pay for a site visit. He'd come, spend time, residents could go meet, could all talk about it, and he could literally put divers in the water. They'd go figure it all out and then give you an actual estimate. So that was the money that we put in the budget, to have that as an option if we wanted to actually go get the site surveyed.
So that's great if we could do it, but are there preventative measures so we don't have to do this anymore?
I I don't think without like, I mean, canals are just, it's, things accumulate there, right? There's not a lot of water flow. So I don't think so. And it's like the flip side is, you know, in Lake Sherwood, the area where the water comes in, sediment accumulates, you know? So I don't know that it wasn't preventative. It was address the issue and then, yeah, maybe in another 20 years, you gotta do it again. I don't know, right? But I think we would have to have some of that information as part of the site assessment, see where it would be able to resolve. If you can only get halfway and everything you don't get just flows into the new low spot, then that doesn't make sense either, right?
What was the last time it was done?
I don't think it's ever been done.
Oh, really? I thought it was done.
No, I don't think it's ever been done. This company did Lake Sherwood.
Oh.
But anyway, I don't have anything other follow-up than that, just we'll see if budget gets approved. If we want to go pursue that and get an estimate on it, we'll go get an estimate on it.
So the estimate is 2,000?
That was for the site assessment.
Yeah. And then what is it to actually do it?
It was like 100.
Oh, 120, I see here,
something.
120.
Yeah, 120,000 is what he threw out there, but there's like along that path, one of the things I was thinking is, you know, we could do it similar to we do with the septic, right? Where the houses that have the benefit are part of a special assessment district to help pay for it, and there's like 20 houses along that path, so you'd be talking, you know, less than $10,000 a piece potentially to have the whole area dredged out. So I think it's all speculation until you get the site assessment though, right? And then you have to figure out if the residents in the area are interested, right? Okay, that's all I have on that. Let me just, current lake level, we did get a bunch of rain. It's 0.153, so what is that? It's 1.8 inches over the summer target, so it's high enough that we usually would have the gates open. I didn't check today to see if the gates were open, but it didn't go over the max limit. So it's like right there though. from
What's the max,
rain.
2 inches?
Yeah, it's right where it is right now, is right almost at the limit. So DPW probably opened the gates today, but I didn't go by and check, but with the rain from the last 2 days.
Do they open any wider when it's as high, or does it just?
No, they
the
just
same
crack the
height?
bottom and then it just starts leaking out. They open usually the right two gates like that much and then it just comes down a little bit faster.
Yeah.
It's not like an urgent thing, but you know, if we get more rain, right, it's gonna go over.
Yeah.
So I sent a note, you know, the system all automated, predicted and sent a message in the emails. You saw
Did your
that.
little,
Yeah, it said it 2 days
Framework,
ago, saying
yeah.
it's gonna happen. It's happening. So, yeah, so that's fine but it's fine. The lake level is fine. It's just as high as we prefer to have it is at right now. Noteworthy complaints to the village. If anybody saw anything, the only thing I had was complaint local neighbors for algae before we did the treatment, but it's fine now. The algae gets handled really fast.
so they treated and it did dissipate?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, the algae treatments are like immediately effective, right? So that was the only complaint that I saw. I don't know if you guys saw anything specific complaints wise. It's a little early right now. Not a lot of boats in right now, so. But the treatment, when they came through, did the treatment, it, you know, took care of the algae really quickly, so. All right, key dates coming up. Today is May. So shrink wrap recycling already happened. There should be a boater safety class if it didn't already happen.
The 9th was the last one.
It was the 9th? Okay, so it passed. I think we talked about that last time. So that's that. So, we have the safety fair coming up. And then usually the first day for the harvester going is right around June 1st. So the harvester, I saw it was out on the trailer over here. We do a bird count. The new things coming up would be the bird count happens in June. So maybe after next meeting, we'll go talk about who's going to go count birds. You guys are the bird counters. We'll do bird count, book count. Safety fair is planned for this Saturday. We'll get to that, I think, in one of these next topics. Actually, we could talk about it now. It's not on here?
It's not on here.
Well, let's talk about it during key dates. So key dates. Safety Fair is this Saturday, which is, the date is what?
23rd.
23rd. So we're gonna do it during that 5K. Right, so let's just talk about the 5K starts at what time? 10:30? Is that true?
10:30, 10:15.
5K.
But there was the kids one before, right?
Yeah, they do the bubble run. Let's see, 5K Saturday, and the bubble run place description Saturday. 5K starts at 10:15, and usually the bubble run is before that, right? So that thing's gonna be going at 10:15. So I think we probably
Get there by 9.
9 o'clock type thing. 9:15 is probably the time we want to be there, set up and like talking to people or whatever as people are rolling in. And then after the 5K, we'll probably get a decent amount of people. So let's just talk about the logistics here. So I'm going to be there. You're going to be there. Paul, you're going to be there.
Yep.
Aaron, you're going to be there. You're not going to be there.
But I got everything ready for you.
You have stuff ready. So it's just the three of us. Are you going to be there?
No.
Saturday? No?
Is it a rain or
No?
shine?
No?
No, something might change with my
Okay.
weekend plans, but I have a memorial right now planned,
Okay.
so.
So it's the three of us.
Is it a rain or shine? Because right now it says it's gonna rain from midnight to almost 6 o'clock at night.
On that
Really?
Saturday?
Nice.
90% chance.
90.
Oh.
I'm not going.
I'm glad I didn't even try.
The two of you can have it.
Now.
Come on.
First off, I don't trust the weather that far out.
Okay.
It's really far
Yeah,
away.
what's it say?
All right.
My
You think,
Pretty high
is
percentage though.
the run
It
up?
says mainly
rain or
before
shine?
2 PM.
Generally,
What?
5Ks are rain or shine, but
Let me see.
I don't know in this case.
I'm only at 4K, so.
Yeah, okay.
It doesn't say rain or shine.
Okay.
I know that I'm not gonna be standing out there in the rain talking about life jackets, so.
How
Well,
more
then people
appropriate
might
could
need them
that
if it
be?
rains hard enough, you know?
Well, the other thing is, I doubt anybody's gonna stand there in the rain and listen to us.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a good point.
We get one Charlie Brown in this neighborhood. Get him right there.
So what do you guys wanna do?
Well,
Well, we can make a
for my part,
game time call.
yeah, I was gonna say, for my part, I'm gonna talk.
Information table.
Yeah. Tops. I'm not,
And what did you have prepared? You
Yeah, I have all the trivia, I
stuff?
have gift cards, I got all the printed forms. I have pens,
Trivia,
I got
gift cards and stuff.
Knot
One of-
tying stations at the, in the building,
What's it?
the knot tying station.
Oh, yeah, yep. The other thing I was thinking, last year he had brought a bunch of drinks, it was water and whatever. And
Yeah,
like-
we were picking out the 5K for that stuff.
Yeah, people were just coming, because like free water. I was like, so they were just coming over. So I was thinking like, it's not free water. You gotta answer one of these safety trivia questions and then you get free water.
There you go.
Something super simple, just be like, okay, well, what's the top speed on the lake? Here's water,
Too
right?
partly
I
cloudy,
feel like-
no sun.
Just combine the two and get, people were there, right? You could do them both. Or
Get it
stick
right
around
along.
and answer all 10 questions and enter the,
Crazy.
win this gift card.
And it shows
And just
rain.
use that
all the way
to
through.
collect people.
You want a couple of cases?
Yeah, I was thinking.
Well, my weather app says it's gonna be partly cloudy and 65, so.
That's what I'm saying, I don't believe weather from now till Saturday. So, last time he brought a bunch of coolers and water and stuff, but I think if we get like water or power, and maybe we could do that combo.
I think, well, they have the coolers there.
Oh, do
Yeah,
they?
they're
Yeah.
gonna have stuff for the
Oh,
rain.
so it's just ice and drinks.
Just ice and drinks, yeah. And I just picked up the ice, that morning
Yeah, the
from
corner.
Penny Lake, yeah.
Well, you're right. I think a game day call would be.
So, it'll be the three of us.
Yeah.
And we're doing knot tying.
Life jackets, this
Yeah.
trivia thing with some water,
Yeah.
sewer special thing.
That's
Are we
right.
doing the knot tying,
I
sure?
don't know what he will do.
Yeah.
Or do we have to knot
It's there,
tying
oh yeah, it's all there,
material?
it's all there.
Well, yeah, it's
I
right
don't
in the
remember how
building,
to
so
tie
you
the
just,
knots. Is there like?
There's instructions on it.
Okay.
Yeah, we learn every year. It's a
Yeah,
refresher
I know.
course.
That was last year, as you just learned, but it would be like a table for the sewer side, try and get some sign up.
Yeah.
Life jacket table for that, something for the trivia, and then we could do the knot tying if we can.
Okay,
Yeah.
Knot tying doesn't have to be attended.
See?
right.
No,
So you can do, we'll put the knot tying next to you since,
that's fine with me.
But he's gonna be playing with it the whole time. Okay, so we will plan to be there at not, set up by 9:15. Does that sound
Alright.
reasonable?
yeah.
Yeah.
Set up by 9:15,
So-
but we will make a call Friday evening. If it's 50%
Well, you have the
chance
cell
or
phone number,
greater.
don't you? You got
Yeah.
mine.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
50% chance of rain or greater, maybe we cancel.
Okay.
Okay.
You want me to go buy a bunch of beverages and drop them off?
No, I can do that.
Okay.
I'll take that stuff and I'll go get some cases of stuff from Costco or something and some ice.
So it's Floating Martini, Notch Jankowski, and Sad Snyder, right?
That's right. That's right.
Got it.
Okay,
If my day opens up, I'll email you guys.
okay. Yeah, we have 4 tables, so you can attend one of them.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep moving. Bird count. We'll do that in June. We'll worry about that next time around. It looks June 20th is generally when we do the bird count, so we've got time. We'll figure it out next time. We don't talk about fish stocking. There's nothing new there. Plant control, invasive species. I don't think there's anything new there. Harvester discussion. Let's get an update on that.
Yes.
What's going on with
We
harvester?
did go to council on Wednesday last week. They had asked for us to provide detail on, because we had asked to release the money to get Progressive on board and all that stuff. So they asked like an explanation why. So I went to council last Wednesday and kind of presented what it is. What are we doing? Why are we doing it? Why does it make sense? Or why do I think it makes sense? They approved the money to go, the not to exceed $3,600 to bring Progressive on board to manage, like, help us with the permits and all this other stuff. So they had a bunch of questions that we have to go follow up on, which I can't remember all of them. Jerry, do you remember the questions? They had questions about depth of the
Yeah,
cutter and
yeah.
some of this type of stuff.
Got answers to that too when you want them.
You did?
Yeah, yeah.
Boom, let's do them. If you have the questions and answers, let's do that. But basically, the spirit of the conversation was like just educational on why we think it might be worthwhile. This is not a commitment to go do it, but it's getting money to help us go figure out if it makes sense.
So is Progressive a little biased against having a?
That was my question
I
earlier.
don't think so. I mean,
Well, I mean-
we don't, when we like,
But if we're gonna cut down our use of chemicals and treatments, I mean,
but
that's
I don't,
against their
but are we
financial-
paying Progressive for the chemicals? They're not applying the chemicals. Do you know the financial agreement?
No, they actually apply them.
Yeah, they don't apply them. I think they're lake consultant
Yeah,
in
they're-
general, and they're not like selling the chemicals.
Yeah, but isn't that part of the amount that we pay them? Like, we pay them and then they pay the people to,
$75K a year, right?
yeah, we pay them
Well,
roughly.
they're still probably gonna be treating the lake.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
still getting paid for all that, and they're still
Yeah.
doing the surveys. And
yeah.
Right.
But I don't think that their profit is based on the amount of chemicals
Right.
in the lake.
No,
Oh, I
I
see.
don't think so.
So they're just.
Because they don't apply them.
Right.
It's not like they're selling the chemical to the chemical application company.
So the amount that
Like
are,
they're managing that relationship.
right,
They're not like,
they're a middleman.
I believe so.
They're not- I don't
Okay,
think
so
they-
so the amount that
I should know this, but that's my
the amount that
understanding.
it would go down wouldn't decrease Progressive's
No.
profit, it would just decrease the
Yeah.
chemical company profit.
That's my understanding, but
Okay.
now that you're asking me, I'm like,
That's,
that's
My
my
understanding.
understanding.
I always thought they applied it as well.
No,
So
I do
actually,
too.
what's the company that applies the chemical?
Aquaweed.
Oh, good point. Yeah, that's totally what it says. My bad, guys.
Yeah.
I always thought the same thing. I'm like, well, this seems like a conflict of interest, but
Yeah,
I'm glad to hear
Aquaweed
that.
actually is the
You're
one
right, okay.
physically spraying the chemicals. They're just contracted out like, and
Got it.
guided by Progressive gives us the harvester map.
It makes me
and
feel a
gives
lot
the-
better about
They
all this,
they
honestly.
provide the harvester map to the village and the treatment map to them and say, this is the plan for the lake.
Got it.
consulting contractor.
Yeah, it's not, I don't think that they're getting a markup on the chemicals and they'd be like losing money if I can confirm with David. I mean, I'm sure that would have came up at council, he would have said that, but
Yeah.
that was not my understanding of the
Well,
relationship.
that's good.
Got it.
I
That is positive.
thought it was the other way around.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Well, I'll confirm with David, but that was not my understanding. It's a great question.
Yeah.
But I was pretty confident until you asked it.
Yeah.
But that's my understanding. So, yeah, we asked them for help in the assessment and working with the Eagle and all this other stuff.
Did you share with them that program you put together?
Yeah, I spent like more than enough time on it.
It was,
I basically went and explained to them how I convinced myself that we should even be talking about this, and that was part of it.
it was in depth. It was good.
We got the money approved, that's all that matters. We got the money.
You
that's all.
sold them.
Yeah. So, but they did have questions. The questions were largely around, how Can it get closer to docks? How deep does it cut? Deep does the previous one cut? Is it gonna hurt the fish? Is it gonna, and I was, basically saying like the reason why we have to go through Eagle is to understand the impact of the machine, and the reason why we need Progressive is to help us go through that process, right? Like, I can't answer the question about, they're like, but if you pull the roots out, isn't that where the fish live? I was like, that's what Eagle thinks, and that's why we need to have this conversation, right? So we went through that process.
Michelle, you may have known who that was, the lady right at the corner.
Hmm.
She works for Mike Powell. She works for him. And
Yeah.
has been through the Eagle thing a number of times.
Sure,
It was like, who's this person?
yeah,
She was very knowledgeable.
yep. She works for Real Powell. But yeah, so do you remember all the questions that they asked?
Oh, hell no.
You don't? It was in the meeting.
I think there was some talk about the age of our existing one, what condition it's in.
The other big thing that came up, which we have to go follow up, is serviceability and parts availability, which we have to go follow up. I brought up the fact that the thing is smaller. It goes a pickup truck, a half-ton pickup truck can tow it somewhere, where this, you gotta close the road down and get in service, pain in the ass, but it's a much smaller machine, but
You said the lady in Benton Harbor said they do, Benton,
they do their own.
Washington, they
Yeah,
do their own.
They do their own.
Yeah.
They do, it sounded like they did their own when I talked to her. So I think that was, we could have a follow-up. I don't know if you wanna take that, you wanna follow up with the guy, the Eco Harvester guy, and ask him like what the parts availability and serviceability?
I'll do that. I asked him, he said, that's trouble-free,
Of course.
I'll be a little more specific.
Yeah, no, very specific. Tell him, when we crash it into a rock, how do we get new parts?
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Huh?
We crash our harvester.
No, but the person who,
You never
who I
know.
talked to in Washington who has one, they mentioned that they crashed into a rock and they bent something and then they had to service it.
But they ordered a second one.
Yeah, they did order a second one.
Really?
So they'd have two,
The
not to
person I
replace.
talked to spoke very highly of it.
Really? And they
Yeah.
bought a second one, wow. How big is their lake?
It's a river.
Oh.
So they're treating a whole river system and it gets super shallow. So they have to be able to go into 12 inches of water and stuff like this.
That thing can
Wow.
go into 12 inches of water? Wow.
Yeah.
Have you-
So,
have you viewed it, watched any of their videos?
Yeah.
Eco Harvesters
Yeah.
videos?
Yeah.
You
I
should.
guess I better.
Shows them going right in next to docks.
yeah.
Wow.
So they use it in super shallow water and then deeper water. And the lady I talked to was like super just knowledgeable about like river life and everything. She's definitely like a scientist of the thing, right?
And she said there wasn't a negative impact on the ecosystem?
No. And then she said that when they bought the system, you could get it with like a traditional cutter head, and then you could get it with the roller head that pulls the weeds from the roots. And they bought them both. They weren't sure what they were going to be using. And like she said, a couple months into it, they took the cutter head off and never used it again. And they only used the weed pulling part. And she says it's super effective. She talked about areas that they went at hard. They went and back and back and back for like, hours. And like, it's been 3 years, they haven't had weeds grow back. Like
Wow.
this type of thing.
Really?
So she basically, she talked as if she was a believer, right? The other piece was, she did mention like the rate is slower because it's small.
Yeah.
Right? But she said that they have, because they're on a river system and because the weeds that she's harvesting are native, they can rip them up, which kills the weed or whatever, and then they literally can just let it float down the river,
Oh.
right?
God, hangs up an island.
Cool.
But they're like, some of the areas that they're doing this, they're so overgrown and crazy, but it's not invasive, and it doesn't like come back and plant itself somewhere else, right? So they do some of that, but she talked through like a lot of the process. The downsides that she talked about was that it is a smaller, lighter machine, and thus if you hit something, you could have something bend and stuff like this, but it's like, that's the
mentioned it.
nature of it being, the pros and cons of being a smaller, lighter machine is the same pros and cons, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then the one thing she mentioned is that, she said the pH of their water is, pretty high. And then it caused some parts on of it to rust and like, well, not rust, whatever, degrade over like 4 or 5 years. So then she said they have to like service and replace some parts and stuff like that, but she thinks it's like, she said the core, like aluminum frame and everything, all that's fine, but some of the other parts needed to be replaced. But she thinks it's more a function of the type of water environment that she's operating in versus a sign of the quality of the machine. So anyway, she was pretty high on it, so, I talked about that at council as well.
I forgot with your program you had, what percent reduction in chemical use causes
I let,
net neutral?
if you let it swing between 10 and 20%, it basically been at a wash. And if you made it any 30, 40%, you'd be saving $15,000 a year. So if you got a 10% reduction, it was basically a wash.
Yeah.
Anything more than that, and of course, the guy selling it is gonna be like, you're never gonna need chemicals in it, right? I mean, I felt like 10 or 20% was fairly conservative estimate. So,
Well,
anyway.
I think that the people in the canals will greatly appreciate it,
Yeah.
since it can go down that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
So we talked about, that it's accessible and stuff like that. So it was more informational, but fine, and then they got us the approval, and now we gotta go do the legwork, right? Progressive's on board.
Yeah, Dave sent a thing that he hired Progressive.
Yeah.
He was going. Yeah.
But like that process, I mean, Jerry, I'll let you go lead it, but like that working with Progressive on what the steps are and whatever next is,
I don't know. It's,
get on it.
I filled the thing out and ready to send in.
Yeah, so, but it's fair game now. You can go talk with Progressive about whatever. In the contract, they have got X hours for research and then meetings and whatever the process needs to be. Take the lead on that. Go work with them and figure out what the next steps are.
Okay.
So that's going, that's moving.
Beautiful.
All right. What else we got? Septic field update, anything we want to talk about here?
Yes, I
Okay?
sent this to everybody. I don't know if anybody read it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I read it.
I sent it yesterday.
Yep.
Anybody needs copies?
What do we got, 33 minutes?
Huh?
47.
What?
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
And first thing is, I don't see where this violates the Open Meetings Act, but I don't want to get in, I just want to state that right now. And I'll just give you the conclusion.
Sending stuff is not a problem. We just can't.
I got it from him and I got it from Dave.
Yeah.
Oh, this, I'm trying to influence and like we're going to have a discussion. But anyway, I'm sorry. Thank you for protecting us. I'll just read you the conclusions. And it's that the hooking up to the sanitary is going to cost 25 grand, the latest estimate. And most people aren't going to pay that, I think.
Yeah.
And so alternatives are, that's what I'm looking at. I got the septic genie in mind. The latest price is $2,000. It doesn't do what hooking up to a sanitary does, but it greatly improves things. I haven't really checked it a lot, but if you want no discharge, and anybody who's got an RV or a cabin probably knows Nora, there's Incinelet incinerates the waste and the stuff I've heard. You don't need to connect it to sewer. You don't connect it to anything. You have to connect it to a wall outlet. And the other one is the one. All right, urine recycling. That one. Huh?
I don't think that's an option.
I think it is.
You think people are gonna do that?
Huh?
You think people are gonna do that?
People, the stuff I've heard is yeah, we get the ick factor. Oh God, we're not going to do that. Then people hear about it and say, "Holy cow! I can fertilize my lawn. I can keep most of the phosphorus and nitrogen out of the lake because that's where it's in the urine." So, and I've got a jug in my bathroom, and you pour a little cider vinegar in it, and it never smells. So there. Put up or shut up, Jared. What? Why are you laughing?
That's cool.
So you
See,
just got a bucket?
Here's the thing.
Whose wife is gonna let
The
I was gonna
sanitary
say,
sewer.
my wife would be more on board with paying the 25 grand. I think a lot of people's wives before I had a bee bug bucket. but-
Not a pea
You're
bucket.
talking wives.
Just look at Rich Earth Institute or University of Michigan. And think about, what are we using in the 21st century that we used in the 18th century? We're using a sanitary sewer. Why are we in trouble? Because we have sanitary sewers. If we didn't have sanitary sewers, the world, if we had other ways of dealing with human waste, the whole world would be better off. And that's my speech. So I think these are alternatives. I'll probably
So
keep.
so we did do, this is something that actually did get into the newsletter last time. We kind of put this information in the newsletter, right? At least the ATU stuff we did. So what is your proposal outside of educating here on camera?
Well, the 8 people looking, you know,
Okay.
do you understand? Just look at Rich Earth Institute, University of Michigan, College of Engineering, Dr. Love. Look at urine recycling. Look at Amazon and look at the various toilets you can get that don't have anything except some ash that you get rid of. You can put it in your basement and it doesn't smell. That's what Incinellet says. You know, that's like I said, I got this septic genie in my septic tank, and I dropped it in. You got yours in? No, I never put it
No,
in.
I'm getting mine pumped.
Ah, gee.
Right when school gets out.
Okay, well, then you're gonna put it in?
Well, yeah, I gotta dig up.
I gave him one.
Yeah, the pump. I gotta dig it up. So, I figure once school gets out, I'm gonna dig it up and install it.
What do you
Once
got?
I get it pumped out.
Okay, cool. Then we'll have 2 of us.
There you go.
But that one isn't as complete as the Incinellet. There's 3 options, right, that I'm talking about, besides $25,000. And if we want to clean up the lake, our objective is
You're gonna add this information to your information booth after that.
Yeah, I could do that.
You could.
Take a gallon
Take a
bucket.
gut, and have some cider.
just look at it.
I was thinking, you should go in there with like a nice clear box and have some lake water and be like, this is the lake water right now. You can either grab a bottle from the cooler here, or you can dip your hands in here and take a drink from the lake water, which seems better feeling.
What?
And septic hookup would help.
Yes, it would. Yeah, the only thing I was gonna say, Jerry, all your whole thing was great right up to the conclusion. Whenever you draw a conclusion, whenever somebody takes a position, this is what I think.
Ooh, that's where the
That's where the
open meeting
violation
act,
would
you mean,
be.
if I would've left that off, I wouldn't have had any problems?
Up till then, you were just giving information. This is this, this is this, this is this. But when you draw a conclusion, that's when, that initiates a discussion. Because that means that invites people to say, well, I disagree with that. And so that's,
I couldn't have said in conclusion, tomorrow night, we'd like to discuss that, would that do
you could
it?
say that.
And then I wouldn't be in trouble.
You're not in trouble now. I just-
What? I get 2 emails.
Okay, we're gonna move
I
on.
like you.
Goose nest egg destruction program's over. We only ran the one.
But we had a
We
good
got
deal.
110.
That's a record.
110 is the most we've ever
Wow.
done in a year or a
Any
run.
bites?
No,
Nope.
no, but
Nope.
Chloe jumped out and chased a
Yep.
good goose.
So we got 110 geese eggs this year. So that was successful. There's still plenty of geese out there. We didn't have the opportunity to go out a second time because the weather, and then he was traveling and I was traveling, and so we just went out the once. But the one time we went out, we got more than we have 2 times the past 2 years. So we're good.
You need to get a count of how many babies you see, so you know how successful you were.
That's
You can
right.
do a percentage.
Yeah.
I've seen 4 babies.
Have you?
Yeah, that's not
Where, down by
bad
you?
compared to 100.
Down by you?
Yeah.
Because we went all the way
Yeah.
down there and we went by your house.
We didn't see anything.
And there was, no, that's not true. There was one, remember, it was on their property and we didn't go up to because it was so windy. Remember? At the very bottom.
No, yeah.
Yeah, there was a goose nest there and we didn't go up to it because it was on somebody's property and the wind was blowing and we'd have to jam in there.
No.
We left one nest down
That's
by
where
you.
the four-
That was it.
That's where your 4 came
It
from.
probably
Maybe.
was.
It probably is. I was saying.
Because, yeah, we saw like each nest had, what, 4 or 5 eggs?
Yeah, generally. Yeah, I mean, I've been out there, I haven't seen any, like, I haven't seen goose babies, I've seen plenty of geese, but I
Yeah.
haven't seen a bunch of little ones,
Yeah.
but we did leave a nest intentionally down by where you are though. Okay,
Great
so,
job.
so that's there. All right, open discussion?
Can we get a newsletter besides the one that went out?
It's just the one that went out. Outside of that, it would be email blasting people.
Okay, I'd be for, I saw a Parks and Rec video that these guys probably put on. And they're sending out emails or something. And,
Parks and Rec is?
yeah. Lady on this end, whose name I don't remember.
Dude, we can send an email out. It depends on what do you want it to be. I don't think it's a problem.
Okay, because,
I think Dave already said that he'd be.
yeah, he said that you and Dave would edit it, and, 'cause I wrote one up, and then Spring Lake Heights has a regular bulletin they sent out.
Mhm.
It's just amazing. It's somebody's uses publisher or something, and I'm thinking of going over and saying, does anybody know how to do that? Because all I can do is, I wrote something up, it's a page long, but it's just Word, you know, it's no
Go
pizzazz.
to Google Gemini, type it in there, say, make this a newsletter, hit enter.
Really?
90% done, yes. Go to ChatGPT or to Gemini, just type it in.
Holy-
Say, refine this, please make it shorter.
Ah, I don't do that.
It doesn't.
You could just say, polish this up for me.
Yeah, when you go to Google and you open your tab, click on AI mode, launch Gemini, and say, I'm trying to make this into a newsletter, please summarize this and make it short. Okay,
If you want people to read it when you send it out.
it's gotta be short.
Yep.
It's gotta be short.
No waterfowl.
Okay, any other open discussion? All right. Village Council.
All right, cool. Great little meeting out too. We had a wonderful presentation on the eco harvest by the water management. Very pleased to review the video. It was awesome. Brett Quiddit over from Priority Waste came in, gave us a status update of their progress and their improvement in service and acknowledged some areas where they still can improve, but they are tracking and they keep getting a little bit better every time. So
He kept the bar nice and low for my presentation.
Of course, budget, we got more topics than that too. We got our actual draft, first rough draft of it. We had a work session next Wednesday to actually go through it and do the line by line by line by line, so we can have it for June for approval. We awarded Bonnie Beach Citizen of the Year Award. So she got the 2025 year award. She's been a member of the village for a very long time and has helped with everything. So she is well spoken of by all her neighbors and almost everyone on every board position. So she was a good one for us. And then just normal pay the bills and normal everyday stuff.
Okay, how about Planning Commission?
Pointing stick.
There was no meeting.
No meeting. All right. Comments from the board?
Oh, I thought that's what was current business.
Water testing next month.
Yep. Hopefully with results.
Safety fair.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take that stuff.
Yep.
Okay,
I mean, like a state water boil advisory was lifted this morning at 10.
Yeah, I did see that. Yep.
There was, oh. Sorry about that.
All right. Adjournment.
Motion to adjourn?
Second. All in favor?
Aye.